Hey YouTube land, Tychonders here, doing another action figure review. Now this time it's for another one of the DC Multiverse McFarlane figures. This is the Flashpoint Batman, or Batman figure. Now as far as I know, I think this was a Target exclusive, but I managed to pick this guy up on Amazon UK. It is possible it was direct from Amazon, so I'm assuming the exclusivity is in the US was only with Target, whereas we're in Europe here, he was available through Amazon. It didn't say who is exclusive on Amazon, at least I didn't see it mentioned anywhere on the website description, but it is what it is. So before I proceed, I just need to say that these reviews are intended for collectors over the age of 13 years old, just to abide by the FTC and COPA rules. And let's get on with the review. So before I get on with the figure, I do a quick look at the packaging he comes in. So it comes in the standard blue, white, black Batman or DC Multiverse packaging. Now I do have his base in the back of the box. It's the same base that comes with pretty much every figure, with the exception of some of the Superman figures. They came with flight bases. So it shows an artwork on the back of the box for this particular version of Batman. It's the same artwork that comes on the collector card that's included, which we will look at when we get to the accessories. You have Joker, the Rebirth, or DC Rebirth version. You have Flash, which is the Rebirth Flash. There's another version of Batman, the White Knight. There's Azrael, and then there's the Batman from Earth -32, which is Dawnbreaker. They're the other figures in this, collect them all kind of thing. Pretty much standard stuff for the rest of the box. On the side, you just have the Batman Flashpoint logo. And then that is pretty much it for the box. So, accessory count wise, he does come with 3 or 4, depending on how you rate them. So, he does come, if I just take them out of the holsters, with 2 pistols. These are supposed to be 9mm Berettas, if I recall correctly. Now, they are done based off the comic artwork, so I know some people think they look a little bit big for Berettas. His hands do have 2 trigger finger hands, so they are done so that they can hold them. You see, bring them up closer to the camera so you can see they are sculpted identical, so you get 2 of the same pistol. And he can, just takes a little bit of finagling and maneuvering, but you can get him to hold the pistols in both hands, so you have that. The other thing it comes with is the standard DC Multiverse display base. It is just a flat round disc with a foot peg and the DC logo in kind of slightly glossier paint than the actual matte of the base. Figure does have 2 peg holes, so he can be wedged into either one, and it will help him stand if you need to get him to help him stand. And then the final thing that he comes with, just get him to stand there in the background while I bring it in to view, is he does come with a collector card. Now all the figures in this line have a collector card as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's been any exceptions. The only difference is this new card stock seems to be a lot thinner than the first and second wave figures. So on the image you have the Flashpoint Batman, and if I flip it around, so this is Source Batman number 22, Comics 2017. The data file says it's Thomas Wayne. So you might be wondering why it says Thomas Wayne for those who are not familiar with the character, but it has a brief bio on it. So height is 6'2", and weighs 210 pounds, so 95 kilograms. The brief write-up is, in an attempt to alter the course of history, the Flash travels back in time to save his mother's life. This, however, resulted in the crisis-level event known as Flashpoint, rippling across time and changing the world as we know for the worse. In this alternate timeline, Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne survived the deadly encounter in Crime Alley years ago, but their young son Bruce was killed instead. Driven by the death of his son, Thomas became Batman, though this Dark Knight is far deadlier than most and more ruthless than the vigilante hero his son would have become. So, it's from the comic series Flashpoint. There was also a animated movie of Flashpoint, which features this version. I'm only more familiar with that than the comic version. And in that animated movie, it was revealed that Thomas became the Batman of that universe, whereas Martha Wayne, his mother, she cracked when Bruce was killed, and she became the Joker of that universe. So it would be nice to see if Todd McFarlane does the Joker, the Martha Wayne Joker, to go along with this Batman, but time will tell. So overall, it is a really nice figure. I was looking forward to picking this up. I love the red eyes. I can just show, instead of the whited out eyes, he has like red for the eyes. He has all the articulation that the standard kind of McFarlane figures have. So if I just pop his pistols out of his hands and put them back into the holsters, it is nice that they gave him working holsters for the pistols, unlike poor Deathstroke, who had a molded in pistol and holster. So maybe if Todd goes back and revisits that figure, he might go ahead and do get the team to do a sculpted pistol holster. So the articulation is as follows. So head is on a ball joint. You get some nice side to side. Can't really get a back. Can look down a bit, but you can rotate it. He does have fairly big shoulder pad areas where the cloak kind of attaches, so that does hinder some of the arm movement. You can't get the arm up too much, but you can get the arm to go forward, back that much. Can't really do a 360 unless you rotate the arm out. It does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He doesn't have any cuff swivel, even though it looks like the gauntlet is a separate piece to the wrist. He does have those kind of ball joint things on the wrists with a swivel, so you have to position it to the way you want it and then rotate it around. He has an up ab crunch, which gets quite a nice bit of forward, really good bit of back, but you can see the joint then in underneath. He does have a lower waist joint as well, so you can go back even further. Can crunch forward a bit with it. His belt is glued in place to the crotch piece, but the way they did the holsters, they didn't glue them to the side of his legs. They gave him range of mobility. They do get in the way a slight bit, but you can't spread the legs that much. He can kick forward, not too much, but about that. He can kick forward back that much. He has dual jointed knees, so you can get a good range of movement on it. And he has that same similar ball joint system on the ankle, and he even has the toe articulation. It's a bit tight on the left foot on my one, but he does have that. The nice thing about it is the ankle articulation does kind of hide the ball joint a bit better. The ones in the wrist aren't too bad. I've seen worse versions. Sculpt wise, he's very nicely sculpted. He has a lot of damage. It looks like some of his stuff has like bullet, if I remember, where did I see it? Yeah, stuff like here on the gauntlets, it looks like there's bullets damage from light arms fire and stuff like that. So his suit is quite nice, quite well detailed, and he has the really cool red and black bat logo. He does have a bit of 5 o'clock shadow going on. Some people's versions look a bit different with the paint apps. And if you do happen to have some other accessories from other Batmans, so this is the, I think it's the Arkham Knight version of the Batman Batarang. You can get him to hold it. It doesn't look too bad in it. And if you want to give him more guns, you can give him this is the gun of Grim Knight. So if I just bring in Grim Knight here, I do have next, you can see the height, so you can give him guns from that. So he's very nicely sculpted. And then just for a size, well, for the size, I'll bring in the tape measure so you can see how high he is. So if I do from the base, he's just around the 7 inches mark, just a little hair higher just because of the points on the ears. But overall, he's around 7 inches. And then just for comparison, I have one of the Mortal Kombat's, the Scorpion figure. So you can see the height of Scorpion. If I just grab him before he falls over. Let me just move some things out of the way. So we have Scorpion, Batman. Just get Scorpion to stand a bit better on his ankles. I have one of the NECA Predators, which is it's the older version of City Hunter. It's the unmasked version City Hunter. Just get him to stand a bit. Hang on. There we go. Pop him in behind. I have Marty McFly from the Back to the Future line. And just for one last comparison for another 7-inch scale figure, because these are supposed to be 7-inch. Here is the Ellen Ripley from the Kenner Tribute line in behind. So you can see the scales kind of vary across the board from different companies, but overall he's pretty cool. As I said, I did pick this guy up from Amazon UK.co.uk. I haven't seen him for sale. I haven't seen anything past the first wave for sale in Smiths in Ireland, but there is a few places like Dublin City Comics do get in some of the other ways. So if you are happen to be on their website, just check it out. I think they had this guy at one point, and he wasn't too overpriced or anything like that. He was pretty much retail price. And overall, he's a really cool figure. I do enjoy this figure. Now I know there's a second version coming out. I'm not sure if it's been released or it's on pre-order at the moment, but it's an unmasked version with the cowl down, and he comes with a sword. So in the animated movie, I don't recall him using a sword, so I'm assuming it's something from the not the video games, but from the comic books. It's something more specific from that. So if you're wanting the unmasked version, you might want to get that. I don't think the unmasked version also comes with a head, so you have the option of either masked or unmasked, and unmasked comes with one extra accessory. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick video review for the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman. Again, really cool figure. I do love the aesthetic and design of his suit, and just the grey red with black just really pops on it and just looks really cool. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick video review, and as I say in my videos, please feel free to comment, subscribe, and like my videos. Cheers, guys.